Welcome, this is Keita.
And I am Lorianne.
And you're listening to Anxiety is a Mother. Hey, boo.
Hey, honey, how are you?
I'm good. Really? Has it been that long? We just had lunch.
Friday.
Yeah, we just had lunch Friday.
Maybe because today has been so long, it feels like it's been forever. It was a Monday today.
Really? You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Your hair looks cute.
I'm just tired. You like it, girl? I took my braids down. Tori braided my hair. No, trying new things on this natural journey as I transition. How are you? How was your day?
Today was long, but today was good. I went and had a Reiki session with our girl.
Yeah. The same girl?
Yeah, she moved locations though. She's in a really nice location now.
Cause that one place I was like, where am I going? But it was really a nice setup.
Mm-hmm.
I like but getting there, I was like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah, they got their own little spot now. It's in a real cute area. So I went and got that done because I'm kind of anxious about tomorrow. Tomorrow is the big day. So I'm trying to find my zen, trying to find my center so that I'm not like pulling my hair up. Girl, I started to close these today. I was like, I don't want to do nothing today. Every time I get anxious, I want to close it. I was like, no, Keita, no, do it. Just push through. So.
And you're going to feel like that tomorrow too. Are you going to close these tomorrow?
See, and that's what I was debating. No, I'm not though. I'm not because I'm like, tomorrow's going to be really big. Like that would be crazy of me not to open tomorrow, knowing of whatever could possibly happen tomorrow. So I was going to close today in preparation for that mentally tomorrow. But I'm good. I'm going to push through. I'll be good tomorrow.
Yes, you'll be good.
As long as I don't forget to order donuts.
Yeah. Don't. Please don't. Set a reminder in your phone. But tomorrow's gonna be good. I'm excited, and it's supposed to air. We haven't even discussed this, so you need to explain what tomorrow is.
So we had Good Morning Texas, Channel 8 News come out and interview myself, Lori, and my ZZ's Pufferteer, my employees. They pretty much wanted to know about my life, which is so exciting for me because a lot of times when you get interviewed, they want to interview you about your businesses or, stuff like that. So for them to want to know the story behind how my businesses came about, like that felt really special to me. And I feel like there was a lot of great things said, a lot of great things that you guys said about me. And it was just great to, what'd you say?
I was forced.
You was up that line and embellishing, but it was great. It was a great experience to get up there and just tell my story. For me, it was nice to feel like somebody wanted to hear me. Sometimes I feel like people are so like, I could be talking, they don't seem like they care, they're interested. And I feel like I've done a lot of things that are worthy of being heard, being told. So for them to reach out to me, I didn't even reach out to them. For them to reach out to me and want to hear my story, I'm just so excited for everybody to hear it tomorrow and to see what happens with Anxiety as a Mother, and ZZ's Ice Cream Puffs and this new business venture that I'm about to drop on 420,
It's very exciting when you feel like you're heard and you like, I feel like as an entrepreneur, with your side hustles, just in life in general, even if you don't have your own business or whatever, you want to be heard, you want to be seen, like truly, genuinely. So that in itself is just, it speaks volumes. So I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I'm so proud.
So it comes out, the interview will be out, so everybody needs to check it out. I'm sure it'll be all over all our social media pages.
Right.
Yes, y'all check that out. I'm proud of you. Happy February is, of course, the shortest month, but the best month.
Hey, it's Black History Month. Hey.
Which we celebrate being Black every day.
Every day.
Like, I'm Black
every day.
Like, it's all Black everything around here. But of course, we want to highlight and celebrate and be extra black this month. Like you getting all this.
Oh, we blackity black today.
Blackity black this month. All month long. So yeah, I'm excited about Black History Month. January went by so fast, it feels like. But whatever.
January was long and fast at the same time. Like January felt like it was just like, oh my God. Like it still had a little bit of 2020 residue on it. Maybe that's why I just felt a little sticky, you know.
Like you gotta clear the air all the way out.
Yeah, it's like I had to sage the rest of the remnants of 2020 on up out of here.
Yeah, this year is I feel like January was very productive though. We're starting off good with interviews and features and whatnot. We're starting off really good though. So
yeah.
The podcast is doing really good. And so we have a special guest today. We have a special guest joining us who's also from Arkansas. I don't know what it is with these Arkansas women out here, but we out here in these streets.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Taking over Texas. But we have Coya Love IG, who's from Strong, Arkansas, actually. Welcome to the show, Coya. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good.
We are good.
That's really good. Well, congratulations to you. I was listening and you were telling me about tomorrow, and that's super exciting to hear. I love to see my fellow Black women excelling. Like I get chills whenever I just hear it because I love it. I can't explain how it feels to see other people out here just applying that Black girl magic. That's it.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
And you refreshing too, because not all women can cheer for other women.
Mm-hmm.
I love I'm the same way. Like I'm sitting up crying. Side note on Super Sent Live earlier because she was talking about people that keep return customers basically, and she was getting emotional. Girl, why I'm sitting at the table crying? Like, but it's refreshing to see other women cheer other women on and be happy for them.
Yeah,
it is. It's very, and I'm honestly like I've been following Super for years, but lately Super ain't really been on my side lately.
Really? What do you mean?
It's just little stuff. Okay, you know she owns like a makeup brand. I used to do makeup. I used to be a makeup artist. And there was some comments going around on social media about her not wanting to pay $150 for makeup. That triggered me because I once did makeup. And if I would have kept going, I know I would have been on that level to charge $150 for a makeup. Mm-hmm. But for you to own a brand where you create makeup and for you to say a person shouldn't charge that much, it's like a slap in the face. It's like, I don't feel like she should dictate anyone's prices or how much they should charge to do a face because you own this. You know what I'm saying? You own a makeup brand.
Right.
But I still support her. I just don't agree with her on that particular subject.
Yeah. I believe we should be comfortable with whatever we choose to set our prices at because it's my price. No one should be able to dictate what we feel our worth is. You know, if you choose to charge $29.99 or whatever the case may be, because ain't nobody question her about her palettes and how much they cost, right? So why you in my lane, sis?
Right. And I have two things on that. One, like, is it that she was like, I'm just not going to pay that much, or they shouldn't be charging that at all? And then also, I think it's okay to not agree with someone that we like and we look up to, or just, appreciate in a sense. You don't have to agree with everything they say. Like that's
right. That is true.
Still be, root and cheer you on. But I get what you're saying because I maybe that's because I'm where I am now. Like I just feel like I'm not spending $150 on a beat. But
I completely understand that.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not knocking anybody else's because get what you worth.
Exactly. Like as a customer and as a business owner, I see both sides. So I understand, why she should feel that way and why someone else shouldn't. So it's like, I don't feel bad, for people charging $150 because I know they've been doing it for a long time and that you're paying mostly for that experience. Like you're not going to go to someone who just started yesterday and pay $150. You're going to go to someone that's been doing it for years and it'll be worth it. But some people don't want to pay that and that's okay. It's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
I honestly thought that's what people was paying already. So I guess
out here in Dallas, like I'm not even gonna lie. Like I know some bomb makeup artists and their starting rates is at $100. That's just a glam, like a regular face is at $100.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Coya, you got a bomb blog, girl. Tell us about this. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I am originally from Strong, Arkansas. I moved out here, like, I think it may be 2017. I've been out here since then. I first stayed in Arlington. Now I live in Mansfield, which I love it here. I don't plan to move out anytime soon. I just started my blog like back in November. I had no plans to start a blog, but I had someone from my hometown to reach out to me, say, hey, I want to build your website for you. And then she's been on me, like on my neck, like making sure that I do everything. I've been posting blogs. I've been trying to get back into being more consistent on my Instagram, because Instagram is weird. Like some days the engagement is amazing. Some days it just drops down. It's like disappointing knowing you're posting bomb content and you're only getting like maybe 2-3 likes. So like, what's going on here? Yeah. So that can be very discouraging. So right now I'm trying to get back into posting content. I'm trying to work for larger brands. I also did plus modeling. I still do it. Mm-hmm. I was with an agency out here, but I actually stepped out and started to freelance and do it on my own. Once COVID hit, I'm not even gonna lie, I got lazy. Mm-hmm. So COVID hit, I slowed down. I've only done one photo shoot since July. So right now I'm trying to like start things back up and get my brand back going. But right now all I'm doing is posting blogs, and I also work with Amazon too. I have my own discount group. I'm partnering with them. I'm one of their influencers. So they send me discount codes and stuff to send to my followers. And along with that, I also try to work with small businesses that need promo in my group to get them some sales as well. So I've got my hands in a lot of stuff right now.
Okay. All right.
I have this right now that I got because you posted in your Amazon Facebook.
Yes.
Look, I was mad because that desk was small as fuck. I was like, oh, they played me.
Oh, I would have sent that back. Like,
you know what? My husband was like, what you gonna do with this small desk? But it fit perfectly in a space, so I could use it. And it was only like $40. So I just kept it. I feel like it was.
You can't beat that. That's why I always tell people to read the reviews and read the description, because they will take these pictures and they will make it look bigger than what it is to dictate. Like, because I had ordered something. I forgot what I had ordered. And they had the picture. It looked so big. But once I got it, it was like in the palm of my hand. I'm like, what is this?
Like, up there, I fought somebody. Who the owner? Who the CEO of Amazon? We would have had to fault. He would have caught that fade.
Like I go to Kohl's so much to return stuff. I think they know me now, because I would go drop stuff off immediately. Like, give me my money back. This is not what I bought. Like, with the quickness.
Okay, Coy. I have a icebreaker game for you that we like to do today. So the question I have for you is, what's one thing you would like to be remembered for?
I would like to be remembered for my confidence. I have a soft spot for inspiring others, especially plus size women, because I know a lot of them that suffer with self-confidence issues and self-love. So I try to like speak life into them so that way they can learn how to love themselves more. That's really what my brand is about, to be honest.
Okay. I love that.
And what's the name of your brand, since you said that?
Well, I just go by, my real name is Coya Love IG, but I shorten that to Coya Love. So everything is under that, and that's what I'm known as, and that's my brand name. Thank you.
And is that the name of your blog?
Yes, it is.
Coya Love. Okay.
And it's a website. It's coyalove.com. That's Coya with 2 A's and love.com.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get into these hot topics for the week. Y'all ready for that?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about this T.I. and Tiny situation?
Oh,
sips the wine.
Oh, you know what? I think I may need some Hennessy on this one. Because this ain't enough. Like,
right. Okay. Well, let me start out. I will say this. Okay, a couple things. So, and I don't remember the lady's name, that the one that originally opened this can of worms and said
Glam University.
Yeah, Glam University is her name.
Yeah,
Sabrina or something like that.
Yeah. So I will say that, because after Shakana came out with her live, I saw a little bit of that where she was saying, they were all sleeping together. She
really made it worse.
Yes, she added fuel to the fire. She shouldn't have said anything.
she was trying to help, but she added fuel to the fire. But I will say, I feel like Sabrina was upset for whatever reason, whatever went down bad between them, and she just wanted to do whatever she could to start this shit and make them look bad, right? But at the same time, I do believe that celebrities, rich people, they do what they want. If they want to sleep with other people, they're going to do what they want to do. They got money. They throw it around. They do as they please.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't see them sleeping with underage girls knowingly. And I say that because they don't have to. Like, it's certain people out here in these streets, like, you ain't got to go beg for no. You don't have to beg for sex. You don't have to go rape anybody. And I feel like T.I. and Tiny, if they are out here swinging or, having this open relationship, they don't have to force anyone to do it. I just don't believe that.
I mean, there's a lot of people who don't have to force people, but they still do.
But, and then this is the thing too. Now, if these women are going to this hotel and they're telling them, hey, if you're coming here, you go stay here, you got to give up your phone. And they choose to do this. Are you being forced to do this? Or are you choosing to do it? Because
you're choosing to do it, and that's also the first red flag. Because why do I have to give up my phone if I'm around you?
Yeah. Like if I'm going to a space and I've got to give up my phone and taking away I'm a grown ass woman. I'm not giving up my phone. No, this ain't the spot for me. I'm out. So don't put yourself in that situation. And I'm not trying to victim blame if there are true victims in this situation. But at the same time, if they're just flat out forcing people to do this, but none of the victims have come out, but this woman has come out because her and T.I. had this whatever fallout they had, and now she's mad, then it just is something not looking right. So I'm firmly on believe half of what you see, half of what you see and none of what you hear.
I believe that too, but at the same time, it's like whenever women out there that have been raped and molested and they don't speak on it, it's like you want to believe them because it feel like they were scared to voice their opinion on it. But at the same time, if you're lying about something like that, you really have no heart or no decency or respect for yourself. Like, why would you lie about being drugged and raped? Like, why would you do that? Like, I'm not even gonna, I had a similar situation. Like, I hate to bring this up, but it's all over my Facebook page. Like, my ex actually did that to me. We separated and he had a baby and he told me he was drugged and raped. And me, I was so vulnerable at the time. Y'all, I almost
hold on. Wait. Hold on. Since we got to pause. We got to pause. Say what? Come again. Run it back.
This is really good. Baby, he lied to me like he was drugged and raped.
Hold on, who raped him though? Like, oh, he said a woman raped him?
A woman raped him. And like, he said they went to court. He said she was going to go to prison and everything.
Now, I don't want to make it out of a joke because men do get like...
They do, and that's why I believed it, because men can be raped. That's why I believed. I'm like, you know what? It's possible. Men can very much so be raped.
Hold on, but a baby was made. So that's the only thing that would have had me skeptical, because it was like, yeah, okay, yeah.
At the same time, though, just because even in a situation where a man is truly raped, he can still ejaculate in a baby.
Of course. But my first mind would be like.
So wait, I have this question. So when did you find out about the baby?
I found out about the baby. We haven't been together since like the end of the year. So I found out about the baby, I'll say late August, early September.
Is this 2020?
Or
2020, yes.
Oh, 2020 was just giving everybody hell, wasn't it?
It was. I found out around then, and then she had the baby like a couple days before Thanksgiving, and after that happened was when everything just like came to the light. Like,
okay, so when did he tell you he was raped?
He told me he was raped whenever he told me I had the baby on the way, because I told him, like, if you made a baby on me, I can't be with you. I can't respect anyone who would go out and do something like that. Like, but he was like, oh.
But it was after he found out she was pregnant, not after he got raped. Like, it was
right. Exactly. Exactly. You know how like you believe stuff for so long that after you finally found out the truth, everything comes to like, you know what? It was right there in my face the whole time, but I was too vulnerable to believe it. Yeah. To believe myself, if I'll say that.
How long were y'all together?
A little over a year.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Girl, did he ever come clean and like, oh, I was just lying trying
He came clean to me after I posted about it on Facebook. So I have my own I call them my cousins. Like I have my cousins on Facebook and they love me to death. So he had posted something after she had the baby. He basically lied on me and tried to make me make me look like the bad person. Like I was the reason why he cheated. And everyone knew that was a lie. So in order to defend myself, I screenshotted what he posted and I let them know. And it ended up getting like, oh, I can't count how many likes it got and how many shares it got. But I had to voice my opinion. I'm not even the type of person to air my business out like that on social media. But at that point, I had to. But I had to like protect myself, my brand. Like I'm not going to go down having people thinking I'm a bad person.
So why did he want to flip everything on you? Like, what was that about?
To save face for himself.
That is crazy. So did you ever talk to the his
I did. And he told her that we weren't together, and he had her blocked off social media. So he told her that we weren't together, but he also told her that he's not on social media. But I was all over his Facebook page.
We know that story.
Stand the I ain't on social media ass nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Stand it.
No. Who not on social media these days?
Like, boy, bye. As soon as somebody tell me they on social media, don't trust you. Where your wife at?
Right, that part. And some of the men have their wives on social media and they still be in your DMs. I find that that's disrespectful to your wife and disrespectful for me for you to think I'm going to be your side chick.
Hell, yes. And I'm like, so do I look like a side chick? I will loop your wife into this conversation. Everybody going to be looking stupid. Like, no, don't play with me.
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Yes. That's okay. So take us back to like, were there any red flags? Like even before you knew about the baby, were there any red flags to show?
You know how like the behavior changes and stuff, and it's like I would get onto him like, you know, I'm big on communication. If something is bothering me, I'm gonna let you know. Right. If I feel like you slacking in something that you were once doing, I'm gonna let you know, hey, you stop doing this, you stop doing that. I let him know. It was like little stuff, like the conversations got shorter. He had attitudes more often. It was just stuff that I caught on. So I'm like, what is going on? And I'm the type of person, I always reevaluate myself to make sure I'm not the problem, because I'm an overthinker, which is an anxiety issue that I have been to a therapist. I've talked to them about, you know, me overthinking, and she said that's just anxiety issues. Like, so she let me know, she's like, you need to do something about that. And she actually gave me medication at one point, and it helped a lot. And ever since then, I have been so open to let people know, don't be scared to go to therapy. Do not be afraid to do that. Don't think just because you're Black, you can't have anxiety issues, or don't think that you can't be depressed. Like, it's more to it than going to church and praying. Like, you have to actually speak to someone and get the help that you need outside of prayer. And I can't drill that into people enough.
Yeah. I love that.
Trust me, we know. Yeah. Girl. I think I'm still stuck on I got raped and got a baby on the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to, because that's just not sitting well in my spirit. So when he told you he got raped, what was your initial reaction? Like, how did you handle that?
My first initial reaction was like, this nigga lying. That was my first initial reaction. Like, this doesn't even make sense. But and I told him, I said, if this girl raped you, you got to take her to court if you want me to be around. You got to prove that this girl raped you. Because I'm not finna stick around with a baby that was made on me and you think that I'm finna play stepmama. Now, I play stepmama, but not to a baby that was made on me. Like, that's a completely different ballgame. So that's when he started lying. Like, he had a lawyer and that was going to court. They went to court. She was going to prison for like 24 months, 2 years. I'm like, you really drugged this whole story.
So he's a next level liar. He got his story together.
Wow.
Because he knew I was going to be done.
He put a charge on this girl and everything.
And I talked to her about it. I let her know everything. I sent her screenshots. I sent her texts. And she was just like, okay. And then she was also like, well, he lied to me like that similar before. So you telling me he lied to you like this years ago and you still went back? Like, I'm not bashing nobody, but we as women, we have to learn to do better and like stop settling for less.
Yeah.
So this
we can't believe everything these men say.
He had been dealing with her.
Yep. And you know, like we as women, we be mentally out of a relationship before we actually physically leave. And once I found out that he had a baby on the way, I started mentally leaving. I was out of it before I even posted about it on Facebook. I was just gonna take my L and go about my business. That was my plan. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Right. And then I'm pretty sure, you know, a year is a long time, but at the same time, it's not a long time. So I'm pretty sure you was like, okay, it could have been 5-10 years I had invested, but thankfully it was only a year. Yeah, it's probably embarrassing, but you were able to tell your story the way you wanted it told, you know.
And the embarrassment, I'm not even gonna lie, the embarrassment hurt than the actual relationship hurt. The embarrassment is what hurt me the most. It's like, damn, I was really out here being loyal to you, being good to you, and then you embarrass me like this. It's like a smack in the face.
And you preaching to the choir. Trust me, I know. It's and then for you to not only did you do this dirty lie, but then you go lie to cover up the lie. Like, come on, like you just like Shakana, you add fuel to the fire and make
exactly. I was always told as a child, don't lie because you have to tell another lie to cover up that one. Just be real, and you don't have nothing to worry about. Girl, man. That's why I say, going back to the T.I. and Tiny situation, if you lie about that, you really have problems, because there are really women out here who have been raped and molested and they're scared to speak up. And women like that out here lying make it harder for the ones who actually experience that. But
you know, in this day and age, in 2021, especially after the year we had last year, like people out here lying for likes, for follows,
right.
That is true.
There were so many people that hit that girl up, that Sabrina lady, start inboxing her, sharing their story. So I
noticed that. I'm like, ain't no way all this is true, but at the same time, why haven't you said anything?
I believe there's some truth to it now.
Some of it.
I don't believe everybody gonna tell the same lie. I believe there's some truth to it.
But there were more than 2 women that came out and said, oh, she just posting whatever because I just did this for likes. And they were sending this stuff because T.I. then shared it. And I'm like, these people crazy.
But that's the thing, though. And it's just me, because I'm also an overthinker, Coya. I feel like if T.I. was silent for a long time, you don't think if somebody's trying to save face, they gonna manipulate situations, have people, because T.I. was so happy to say there's some people that sent their story in and then admitted that they were lying. So you don't think that's gonna help T.I.'s case, because now the whole validity of the story now it just doesn't feel real because of these people. I feel like those were planned situations to discredit the entire story. I feel like T.I. is smart enough and manipulative enough. I'm not saying he did it or he didn't do it, but I believe there's some truth, a bit of truth there somewhere.
I see both sides. I do. And then on top of that, did y'all see the lie detector test with the typos and the grammar errors?
Oh, I didn't look at it that close.
Yeah, she had posted the lie detector test. I think it was like maybe 3 questions, and it said, did T.I. Harris pointed a gun at you? I'm like, what? Like, did they really say that? Did they really type this out? And is this supposed to be professional? Like, yeah. I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, but at the same time, in the back of my mind, I don't know what to believe. At one point, I was believing it. Then, as all these stories came, I was like, oh, this can't be true. But some of them are true, if that makes sense. Like, somebody not lying.
I just believe. I mean, I can't. You know, of course, I don't know. None of us know what happened except everybody involved. But I believe there's some truth to the drugs, you know, and I believe there's some truth to putting your phone up, because if you've ever been around certain celebrities, you know you have to get rid of your phone. If you want to enter this private area, you have to get rid of your phone. So I believe that's true. So private information can't get out. But like that woman that was sitting on T.I.'s lap that time, that video was leaked because it was somebody in his camp. That's why that was leaked. You don't never really see no footage or anything of T.I. and Tiny outside of what they put out there. So I believe that drugging, the phone's being put away. So who knows what could have happened? Because when you're drugged and you snorting coke and you ain't never been on that type of stuff, like who knows what, you know, where you are mentally.
And then some celebrities, they do make you sign the non-disclosure. So
yeah.
But
just know, whenever I get on that level, y'all definitely got to sign NDAs to be in my, you know, in my presence. Just so we on the same page now, okay?
Girl, bye.
Just to be on the safe side, you know, you never know what may happen.
Nobody telling my business.
Because
I
it gets
respect
crazy.
it though. I really do respect them NDAs because people are really shysty, especially when they see where you're going and they want to leech and gravitate to that. They'll do anything for some coins. Tell your story, tell your secrets.
But
they will.
And that's why I say, like, I just have to give the benefit of the doubt. And I just really firmly believe that they don't have to force anybody to do it. I believe they probably
Harvey Weinstein didn't either.
Girl, now that was just an old ass pervert.
Most definitely. Wasn't he like 15 and 16-year-olds? Like, like, I don't mean no disrespect, but ain't no black parent gonna let their kid out the house like that. After I watched a little documentary on Netflix, I was going in the back of my head like, they gotta be white. Like, I'm not racist and nothing like that, but who
I don't know, y'all saying that, but me and my friends was in the streets at 15, 16 years old. I had to go home and she could stay out. Like,
no. On this level, these people are letting their 15, 16-year-olds go to this 40, 50-year-old man house and
he was sending cabs to their house and everything to pick them up.
Oh, hold on. That's a documentary on Harvey Weinstein?
Yes, it's Jeffrey.
I'm talking about Epstein.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking about.
Yes. I was just, I didn't know if you were talking about he did the same thing too, but Harvey is the one that
he's the one that's the big Hollywood guy, the director, the producer, whatever he is.
Girl, it's so many of them, child.
It's so many that ain't been discovered yet.
It is. It's a lot of them.
That too. But yeah, that Jeffrey Epstein stuff was crazy. Those parents were literally sending their children to him, going out the country with him, sending them up to get massages. Like what?
Yeah.
And they did not commit suicide. They killed him.
Because they knew that they would come back with a large amount of money. I feel like they were setting their kids up for prostitution.
Yeah.
And that's sad, to be honest. That's very sad.
Y'all, we have 3 minutes and 43 seconds left. So if this ends, we'll just have to call back in.
That quick?
Yeah. All right, so it's recording. How y'all want to go into this next conversation, or y'all want to wrap up this T.I. Tiny thing?
It doesn't even matter. I'm just going with the flow.
Yeah, I just think these people crazy. I believe clout chasing is at an all-time high. I put nothing past anyone.
Right.
Literally nothing. And I don't know. I feel like there's always a little truth to every story, but I just can't believe that. Especially because you can tell that they're super big on family, and they literally have kids around the ages. They have daughters, the ages of the girls they were saying they're sleeping with. Unless they just didn't know their age, I just don't believe it.
Right, and then especially how strict T.I. was about his daughter's hymen being broken.
Hold on, and that honestly is kind of what makes me kind of sway more to, definitely not talking about the underage stuff. Like, I don't want to touch that at all, personally. But I believe the way T.I. is towards his daughters is very weird. And I feel like that just kind of makes me feel like there's some truth to like how he disrespects women, with the drugs and stuff like that.
I firmly believe he disrespects women, but I don't feel like he has to force a woman to do anything because they've done it.
But some people have that superiority complex though. So that's why I'm like, when you say like nobody has to force anybody, but people get enjoyment out of making people feel less than. Just like that guy had that girl tried to have that girl bow to him. People have like weird fetishes, and seeing people in vulnerable states is a turn on to people. And I'm not saying that's what T.I. did, but when you talk about not having to force, like people get a rise out of that kind of stuff.
So speaking on the guy that tried to have his girlfriend, which was his girlfriend, he's a player for the Seattle Seahawks who's been released. But that entire thing was so disturbing. But the main reason it's disturbing is I can't even recall the player's name, but if that had been an Ezekiel Elliott or Dak Prescott, you see that all over the news 24/7.
Absolutely.
Didn't Dak hit his mom or something?
Who?
Didn't Dak hit his mom?
No, Dak.
I saw something the media. It says one of those celebrities, whoever came to the guys to the girls' defense. I just was reading the comments. It was like, how you come to his her defense, but you snatch your own mama up or something. I don't know. I don't
right.
get in that world.
And it's crazy because I'm currently in school as well, and I just wrote a paper yesterday comparing, I think, Brock Turner to Corey Beatty. Those were the two college players that raped females. I think Corey Beatty got 15 years in prison, and he's black, and Brock Turner only did 3 months. And they did the same thing.
Always. That's what happens in this day and age. That's what's been happening.
Mm-hmm. I literally just wrote a paper on that yesterday, and it triggered me because it's like, dang, like they literally did the same thing, and this white boy got 3 months in jail versus the black guy. He got 15 years for the same thing, which I don't agree with raping women. They deserve to get what comes to them, but
it should be equal.
Right? Yes, it should most definitely be equal. But I don't feel like America is made to be equal for black people anyway. But that's the story for another day.
Of course not. Of course not. And that's why, and that just really drives home the whole point and why I'm hustling so hard, because instead of trying to get a seat at somebody else's table, I'm trying to see how y'all doing it, what y'all doing, peeking behind that corner. Now I'm about to build a table for all of us. Exactly. Come sit at my table. I built a table for us. I know the ins and out. Let me see what skills you can bring, and we can build this thing together. That's why I was like, I try not to even focus on like that level of equality, because I'm like, we can create our own equality. We don't need to be at somebody else's table. I mean, of course, when it comes to laws and stuff like that, like it just kind of is what it is. Like we have to vote, we have to do these things to make those changes. But when it comes to like economics and stuff like that, I'm like, oh yeah, we gravy over here.
Right.
That just goes to show, just like prime example at the insurrection at the Capitol. Baby, couldn't have been a black person.
Oh, baby, they would have been in prison already and already got the electric chair.
No, they would have been dead. They wouldn't even gotten in the Capitol.
They would have had armed guards. They would have had rifles and missiles
And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't one of the guys there from Arkansas the one that got Nancy Pelosi's mail off her desk or something? Mm-hmm. I think I saw that. I think I saw it in Getty. I'm like, what? Like, go back to Arkansas. Like, we already got it bad enough. People always saying bad stuff about Arkansas, but you want to do this? Come on now.
Oh, it's full of those old hillbillies down there.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely.
Full of them. But yeah, it just goes to show the differences and how there's still so many inequalities with us. It's as time goes on, you seem to think it's getting better and it's getting better. But with Trump in the White House, it literally just opened that can of worms all the way back. And they start taking the mask off. Or they
feel comfortable too.
They feel comfortable because they leader. Like, and what's crazy is he don't give a fuck about the him fool with them. These are not the kind of people he fool with. Mm-mm. But he knows they're going to follow him. Mm-hmm. He can tell them whatever he wants to, and they're going to listen. And they're going to rah-rah, and they're going to cheer him on. It's sickening. It's so sickening.
It is. I agree.
It's sickening.
I had saw a post on Facebook. It was comparing the civil rights movement to wearing masks, and it was like, you complaining about wearing masks, imagine not being able to go somewhere because you're black. And that hit home. It's like they wouldn't be able to take that if that happened to them. Like, it's literally people out here complaining about wearing a mask in public when that's for your own safety and for your own health.
It's the sense of entitlement for me.
Yeah, it is.
It's ridiculous.
Entitlement is a disease that needs to be addressed. I said that on TMZ a long time ago when they were talking. Matter of fact, it was the same conversation that talking about the white lady that got upset because in the convenience store they asked her to put on a mask. She got upset and spit on the people. And I was like, yeah, I was like, yeah, she spit on them. I said, entitlement is a mental disorder that needs to be addressed because these motherfuckers be entitled as fuck.
Let me tell you, it's like some unspoken rules in black households and black families. And one of the
don't spit on nobody.
you don't spit on nobody, and you don't put your feet on nobody. Like, you don't kick. Those are like things that were drilled in my head growing up. Like, I know. Well, there were multiple things, but those were like 2 top disrespectful things.
Just
you better be spit.
Just imagining me getting spit on, I'm already practicing for my mugshot because it ain't, you want me to smile, like you want me to turn to the side, like what you want me to do, because it's over with at that point. That is so disrespectful.
Girl, I'm gonna do the damn fool. Y'all remember that show I Love New York, when that little white girl Pumpkin?
Oh my, I think it was Pumpkin
in New York, and you could just see she was just like, oh my God, I want to get her so bad, but I'm on camera. You could tell, I was just like, oh my God, I feel like everybody was like, get her, sis, get her, sis. I feel like there should be a written rule. You have every right to whoop somebody's ass if they spit on you. Oh, yeah. Like, you can't go to jail, you can't get in trouble, because if you spit on me, like, you flagged. You can't control what I do after you spit on me. Like, that's the ultimate disrespect you could do to somebody.
It is. It's so disrespectful, and it is nasty and unsanitary.
It is disgusting.
I cannot. Just the thought of it is like, ugh. And then COVID going on, you got the nerves to spit on people.
Girl, somebody will be in the damn grave, they spit on me, child. I promise you that.
Yeah.
We'll have a whole problem.
If I would have ever spit on somebody, please believe that means I want to beat your ass.
You want all the smoke.
At that point, what else is left?
All the smoke. Yeah, that's some disrespectful stuff.
I can't imagine it. And I don't want to imagine it. I've never experienced it, and I pray that I never do. Because like I said, I'm going to just go ahead, put the cuffs on me now. Because it ain't going to be no talking after that.
Look, make the phone call for you swing. Like, hey, I'm going to need you to talk with me.
Right, yeah. Because it's not going to be good. So did y'all have anything else y'all wanted to, another segment that y'all wanted to go into? Did we finish the story about the baby and everything?
I have nothing. I can't think of anything.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we didn't leave any holes in the story. I wanted to make sure everything makes sense, how it flowed. I think
mean,
so,
his story never made sense to begin with. So, I mean,
right. Yeah, I feel like it all ties together though. I don't feel like we left anything out.
Oh, I'm on Twitter looking at what's trending, trying to see.
Have y'all saw with the silhouette challenge going around that there's supposedly men that's reversing the videos and taking the red off? I'm like, what type of creep do you have to be to do something like that?
I heard that, yeah.
Like, they can take the red off of the women.
There's so-called. There was a video on World Star. That's how I found it. The man took the video and basically took the red filter off to see this woman naked, and I'm like,
how can they do that?
It's weird. Like, it's most definitely going around.
And it's funny you brought that up because I saw your post, Nikita, where you were like, everybody just got red lights hanging around. I thought the same thing. I didn't know it was a filter.
Yes, it's a filter on Snapchat. I have to get on TikTok to figure out how to do it. But I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I've been posting a lot of self-confident, body positive images, and it took a big chunk of me to do that, because whenever I first started getting into plus modeling, whenever I knew what I wanted my brand to be about. I wanted to inspire others to do things that they haven't done before. And I realized, Coya, I'm not even doing things that I haven't done before. So last week I posted my first set of pictures in lingerie. I was so nervous. I was so scared. I was like, do I really want to do this? But the feedback that I got from that was amazing. I had a company reach out to me today saying that they want to work for me, like a verified company with the blue check mark. I'm like, okay, maybe I need to start doing this more often. It's like, it's amazing how many women suffer from not being confident with themselves. And then I posted a reel like something about FUPA. I had over 500,000 views on that reel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's crazy. like
I
on
think
Instagram.
people identify with authenticity because they can relate to, they see you, you know, doing the plus size modeling and you're beautiful. They see themselves in you and they're like, oh, I wish I had that confidence. But they don't realize that confidence is already within them. They just have to find it.
Yep.
And what you're doing is you're helping pull that out because I'm like, if she can do it, I can do it too. Like she looks like me, she acts like me, she's Black, she's this, like, and this is me. I'm looking at me, so why can't I be this confident?
And then on top of that, like even being plus size, whenever men see plus size, I think of this hourglass shape. I don't even have that, but I still like work with what I got and make it look good. And that's what makes me love myself and love my brand even more, because my messages pour in daily with people like, thank you so much for being you. Thank you for giving me that confidence. And that's just what I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lauren.
No, I was just saying, like, I love that. And I can attest to, even with, you know, I'm small, but I still I've never been curvy. I've never had that whole hourglass shape.
That's why you be hating on my booty. I be seeing the hate. It be all in your eyes. No,
I ain't gonna.
I have a little pink, honey. Seriously.
Oh, that little drop from that video.
Right. The thing with me though, I'm very confident in who I am. I'm just super I don't even know if you want to call it shy, awkward. I just don't put myself out there. I've never been comfortable just sharing so much of my story, of myself on social medias. I'll post my selfies, I'll post little things here and there, but just really sharing, and I feel like exposing myself to the world. It's like another level of, it's almost intimacy.
It's another level of vulnerability.
It is.
It is like
to see, you know, both of y'all feel you're super comfortable doing that. But like Coya, you know, we recently started following each other and just seeing your page and seeing your content, and you are super like just confident in your skin. I never, without you saying that, I never would have known that was your first time posting your pictures in your lingerie. Like, and they're beautiful pictures. You're beautiful, and you just seem like it's natural for you. So I really love that.
It took everything in me to post it, because it's like the purpose of my brand is to post body positive images. I don't want to be sexualized, but at the same time, it's a thin line between them, because you have women that actually love themselves. You got women out here that's actually trying to be sexualized. I don't want to be sexualized.
Right, and that's something that Chloe Bailey just said.
That's what I wanted to go into. Yes.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into that, because she said, you know, I'm just being me. I'm not thinking about, oh, they're going to be looking at my ass, or I want to show this off. Basically, I'm just being me. I don't see myself like that. And it's like women get bashed so much
for loving themselves.
Yeah, and I'll never forget. And I said this to my husband one day. I had something, I don't even remember what it was, and he was like, "Oh, your cleavage all out." I said, "Well, I'm a woman and I have boobs, and it's going to show. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, you know, because we have on the shirt and you have cleavage. Like, no, why should I feel bad for that? I'm not going around trying to, you know, pull it out, but that's a part of being who I am. I'm a woman with titties. Get over it."
Like the men been saying, your titties is tittying today, or whatever they be saying these days.
Yes. I that us as women, we have to feel like, oh, don't do this and don't do that. And if you got the news reporter, do y'all remember the reporter? Her name is Demetria something. She used to be on Channel 8. She was the traffic reporter or weather. I can't remember one of them.
Was she in Dallas?
Yeah, she was in Dallas.
Was she the one who finally like wore her natural hair? And
no,
that's not her.
A few weeks ago. No, she left Dallas about a year ago now, but she has a very bad shape. I'm talking about hourglass, bow. And she would always, you know, she just wear dresses or whatever, but they think her like she has a shape. And people are writing into the station like, oh, she shouldn't be wearing that, and she looks this. And of course, it was the Nancys and the Karens and the Bettys all upset.
Of course. The ones who wish they had that shape.
Exactly. And it's like, what you want me to put a sweatsuit on? Like, no. Even in this sweatsuit, I'm finna be banking. Like, what you want? Like,
Yeah.
I hate that.
What the truth of that is, people project their own insecurities onto others, and that's what I took away from that Chloe Bailey video. Although I do believe Chloe had her little booty out, so you have to know what's gonna come with that type of exposing yourself. But I'm not mad at it. But that last video she posted, and she got a little emotional. She was just talking about how she used to have these insecurities, and she thought she was ugly, and she thought she was, overweight and all these things. And I just I felt it in my soul, because it makes me think. I have always struggled with my weight mentally. I always wanted to be thick. And I look at myself in the mirror like, oh, you got these skinny legs and you're so little. Like, even now I look at myself and I always felt like I look younger than I am, because I was always so tiny. So when people comment and be like, oh, you small, or you this, I'm like, why do people feel so okay about commenting on my weight? And
that's an insult.
They think because you're small, you're skinny, whatever, like, oh, that's a compliment. It's like, but I'm really insecure about that. Like, I think now I'm more okay with it. I still struggle with it a little bit. Like, anytime somebody comments on my weight, because it's something that's always in my mind. Every time I put on clothes, like, oh, damn, the last time I wore these pants, they fit a lot more snug. Now my booty's not there like it used to be, or this or that. So when Chloe was saying, I'm like, I'm just so thankful that she's able to use her platform and be open, honest about these insecurities, because there's so many people out there. Because I'm sure people are looking at her like, girl, bah, you shouldn't feel like that. Like, don't dismiss how I feel because you think that I shouldn't feel like that. Don't dismiss me. I feel like that. Regardless of what you think, I'm perfect, I'm small, or this or whatever, I still have these insecurities.
Exactly. And I felt everything that she said. Even like with me being plus size, I hate getting a backhand compliment. Oh, like, you pretty to be big, or I love your confidence. No, I'm pretty, period. And you gonna put some respect on my name. Like, don't do me that.
But you know what? People are real ignorant, and they don't know. Because I had someone tell my son, oh, he's handsome for a dark skin man. They didn't mean no harm. They meant no harm. People are ignorant. They don't understand what they're saying.
Even I get offended whenever people say something about dark skinned women, because my mom is dark. So I take that to heart. Like, I feel like you're talking about my mama now. So now I gotta fight you. Like, you're not gonna talk about my mama.
I just don't understand what would make somebody wrap their, just literally, you formed your lips, your tongue to say to me, you're pretty for a big girl.
It happens a lot. Like, that is the most backhand compliment you can give to a plus size girl. Like, don't say that. I'm pretty, period. If I was big, small, if I was a size 2, I'm still gonna be pretty regardless. So you can leave that little last statement out.
You know what I like to do when people do backhand compliments? Make it real awkward for them. Like, what does that mean? So if I was smaller, would I not be pretty? Or
no, I can say that. I'd be like,
and real awkward.
And you ugly for a skinny girl.
Oh, no, that'll hurt.
But no, you wouldn't really say that though. I'm saying make it awkward for real. Like, say what you would really say and make it real.
No, fuck that. Be disrespectful is how I feel, because that's disrespectful. And people, I'm so tired of, we give too many passes. We gotta stop giving passes in 21. Stop giving these people passes. You want to be disrespectful and get these backhanded as compliments? Okay, I'm gonna be just flat out disrespectful, but I'm not gonna give you a compliment. Like, I'm gonna just, because you need to realize that's not okay. And people continue to do the shit that they do because no one calls them out on it. Start calling them out on their bullshit. They go check themselves. Like, no, it's not okay. That's not.
I do be when people be like, oh, you so skinny. I want to be like, oh, you so fat.
Oh, that'll. I bet they won't say that to you ever again.
Because the thing is, like, that they take it as that giving me a compliment. It's like, but you don't know how I feel about myself. You don't know what I deal with. Like, whatever insecurities you got. That's why it's just best for me, in my opinion. Don't comment on people's weight. Period.
Yeah, I learned that as I started growing as a plus model. I learned that there are smaller women out there with the same insecurities that I have. Because I've had skinny women reach out to me like, oh my God, I would love to be your size. And they was just like, what? And it caught me off guard. Like, you want to be plus? It's like, yes, I've been skinny. People always say I look anorexic, or I look like a stick. Or I'm like, wow, like, smaller people have their own insecurities as well. We as women, we have our own insecurities. And sometimes we may not even speak on it.
Yeah. It's true. It's very true. It's
That's
very
why
true.
we should just be sensitive to everyone, like, because you just don't know. You just don't know.
People don't think about it like that because if you've never experienced something, um, it's easy for you to talk about it, you know, or point it out on someone else because
Yeah.
you've never experienced that because you know you're not that size. So, oh, this is whatever they want to say about it. But when
Right.
it's count for them, oh, it's different now.
And that's what I hate sometimes about having posts that go viral because you got the negative Nancy's that always got to come in and say something about my weight. First of all, I didn't ask you for that. And now you finna get blocked. Like, it ain't no other way around it because you finna take you and your dry ass comment somewhere else because I'm not accepting it on my page. I'm trying to promote positive images.
How do you deal with that? How do you deal with that type of criticism? Like, does it affect you? Because honestly, that's one of my biggest fears. Anxiety as a mother's growing. All my other businesses are growing. And I've kind of got a few little trolls here and there. And I'm already a sensitive person. So it's just, somebody told me one of my ZZ's ice cream puff look gross. And it's just like, my first reaction, I want to fight you. Like, I want to come look and see where you are and fight you.
Have you noticed that the trolls, either a page has like maybe
one or two pictures,
or it's private, or it'd be like maybe a cartoon or something. Those are the people. Like, no, not gonna lie. Once I read it, I'm like, wow, you really said that. And then I realized, you know what? You ain't gonna affect me. Sometimes I even clap back with them to give them a show. Like sometimes I will, but other than that, like it don't really affect me because no matter how big or how small you are, even business wise, people gonna have some shit to say, no matter how good you're doing. And sometimes it's people close to home that have shit to say about what you're doing. Yeah. So it don't matter. I just let them talk. It goes in one ear and out the other. Like, oh, okay, that's what you got to say. I'm still doing me. I'm still growing my brand. I'm still growing as a person. Look at you. You below me. That's how.
Y'all see that Bernie Sanders meme? It was like the Bernie Sanders is a prime example of how you could be minding your business and people still go talk.
And that is so true. Like, oh my God, it's so true.
It's facts. It's
facts. Photoshopped everywhere except the White House. Like,
yeah, I love Bernie. But I got a little taste of that. For example, a few weeks ago, my daughter's teacher sent them a message in Google Meets and was like, basically called them lazy, nappy-headed bums. So yeah, he was upset that some of the half of the class didn't turn in their projects. He was like, "How y'all expecting to pass? You can't even do this work. You lazy, nappy-headed bums. You're worth 15 cents." Is what he said. So me, of course, I'm pissed. So I screenshot. I went to the school board. I did all this, that, and the third. And I also screenshot. I put the post on Facebook. There were so many teachers that defended this. There were
defended him or defended you?
No, defended him. Like the comments were dumb. And I'm like going. I spent like hours like going back and forth with these people because it was under my skin, but I had to check myself like, you can't be upset at other people's opinion. Like that's their opinion, but at the same time, how can anyone defend this? Like you're talking
exactly like that is like really? I would have burnt. You know what? That school was gonna have to see me. Because that's why I'm glad I don't have kids, because at that very moment I would have been in jail again. Because you're not finna call my child no nappy-headed mom and think it's okay. You got other teachers going to like agreeing with it. That says a lot about you as a person. Like you're supposed to be teaching my child, but other than that, you forming this type of opinion on them, saying that they're nappy-headed. Like you're putting them, you're stereotyping them.
That's
basically. That's what it boils down to. These teachers were like, it kind of blew up. So people were sharing it. And these teachers, of course, I don't know them. But at the same time, it's like, wow, like really? Like
that's how y'all
feel? Your post?
Yeah, the post blew up. Like there were hundreds of comments on it. So these people, I didn't know these people, but I was so like, I was just dumbfounded by other people like, but can y'all blame them? And mind you, even if my daughter's an A&B student, but even if she was in that his 15% of those failing or whatever, That doesn't mean because a child is struggling in classes and with their work, and especially during this whole pandemic and now virtual school, and they're not giving their all for whatever reasons, that doesn't mean you get to call them out their name. Because I guarantee you, if any of us went to a business partner or our job or whatever our source of income is, where we're dependent on it, and talk to people like that, baby, they're not.
We'll be unemployed.
What? I couldn't call my boss no nappy-headed bum.
Yeah, that's just unacceptable on a human level. Job, regardless of job, school, occupation, whatever, like that's just fucked up on a human level. Like them fighting words, especially about somebody's children.
And then as hard as I go with my girls who are both natural Black girls to love themselves.
And this is a Black teacher, right?
Yeah. Oh, and then they
wait a minute.
They tried to say it was okay because he was a Black teacher.
What?
That makes it even worse.
I'm assuming Karens. I'm assuming the white tees tried to make this okay.
Yeah.
These was Black people.
Girl, this conversation.
At this point, I'm gonna need her name and her address, so I'm gonna pull up in her driveway because what you said is disrespectful.
Yeah, I said, well, you let a teacher to call your daughter nappy-headed bums and see how you feel about it. And most of them, when I did respond, they wouldn't even say anything back. Because I hit below the belt. Like I can be petty. So you go feel me. You go feel me. That was ridiculous though. Yeah, people. But I said all that to say I'm not ready for the limelight and to be on that whole viral level because
I'm scared too, sis.
What you scared of? And it was crazy. It be the post you least expect to go viral that go viral. That's what happens to me. It's happened a lot.
And people even outside of going viral, just to be at a certain level of success on a public platform is what scares me, because people that you never knew, because when you have a lot of love, that also brings a lot of hate, because people are like, oh, like why she deserve it? They don't deserve it. I deserve it. I put in this. I did that. Like we already now had our situation with another podcast that fell away. Like people I've known for over 10 years.
We weren't even doing nothing.
We weren't even doing nothing but showing them love. We showed major love.
Yeah. And they still hated on you.
It was a problem. It was a problem.
That's
so for me it's just kind of like I'd be like, man, because you know how you have people in your life and you kind of, at least for me, I've always been like a really guarded person, don't really trust people like that. So when you see people you never would have expected to do, like, oh, excuse me, oh, sorry, that crown. When you see people that you never would have expected to do you like that actually do you like that, it makes you a little paranoid, because they be like, who next? If my own people would do me like that, a stranger, it ain't nothing for a troll or a stranger to do me dirty or pretend like they want to be in my life and come be a part of this light, this growth, this prosperity.
Like, just because you support someone doesn't mean they support you. I have to take some advice from a friend that said you got to stop expecting you from other people, because that's how you get your feelings hurt. And ever since then, I had a different outlook, because at the end of the day, it would be lovely to get me out of someone else, but it's only one me. Everyone doesn't love like me. Everyone doesn't support like me. So just stop expecting you from other people.
Right. That's so true. And lower your expectations, because people are letting you down every time. Yeah, that's so true.
I think you might be too far away from your computer, Lori.
Oh, girl, you know I get comfortable. But yeah, I was just saying, and lower your expectations of other people, because they'll let you down, especially when you thinking, oh, they're gonna rock like this. No, and people don't like to see you do good.
Why is that? That's so sad, because I don't know what that is. I've gone through a lot of trauma, and jealousy is one trait I ain't never picked up. I done had a lot of shit that I didn't have to work through, and jealousy has never been one. Never been one.
It's hard for people to see you doing well and genuinely support you, especially when they aren't where they want to be in life.
And that's crazy because I support people because I know I've been there before and I want to see them climb up. You don't have to be good as me. I want you to be better than me. Like, I want to get to a level where I can learn from you as well, the same way you learn from me.
Right. And my thing is, I like to surround myself with people that are doing better than me because I'm like, I want to go with you. How you do that?
Exactly.
How you do that? I want to be a part of that. And I'm like, there's so many people that have been a part of my life. All they had to do was just say the word and, hey, give me your hand. I'm bringing you with me. Like, that's all. But you know what? There's a season for everything. So that just let me know everybody not meant to go.
That is true. But the problem is you got to learn when their season ends. And that's the hardest part.
And don't keep holding them into that season. Let that time go. When that time is up, let it go.
Yep. We got to let it go.
That's a good one, honey.
Yeah, we got 7 minutes, y'all. I feel like this time keep going quick.
Yeah, that was 40 minutes.
I don't believe that was 40 minutes.
It wasn't 40 minutes. Like, they really, because it's only been an hour since we started. An hour and 2 minutes. So it wasn't at all. So Coya, what do you have coming up? What do you have for us to look forward to? And what do you
as of now, I can't think of anything that I'm doing other than getting back into my photo shoots and working for these smaller businesses to try to get them more followers, more sales and stuff like that. That's really my goal for 2021 is to be more consistent because I got lazy.
That's a big word.
And people don't understand that being an influencer, that's a job within itself. Like, I have to literally set up, take pictures, do my makeup, wear clothes, get the right poses. It takes me hours to get 2-3 good pictures. And people don't understand that. It's a job. It is a job. Not it like before I did this, I did 2 TikTok reels and I took pictures. It took me like maybe 2 hours to get 3 good pictures. I had to change clothes and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm most comfortable now in my hoodie because like people don't understand. Like, I may give off the girly girl vibes, but deep down inside, I'm a tomboy at heart. I only wear makeup when I need to. I can throw my hair in a bun and go about my business.
Yeah.
I guess that's the country girl in me because
I'm happy. Anxiety is the mother is the hoodie that you chose.
Yes, it is my favorite hoodie. People, and as a matter of fact, I need to get some business cards from y'all because every time I wear this, people always ask me where I got it from. Every time, it never fails.
Really?
Like, I'm talking about like out in public. Oh, I love your hoodie, and I give them the website. I don't know if they purchase or not, but I send them to the website.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, I love it. We good?
Yeah, I think we're good. I think we can go ahead and go into the social media stuff.
Did I tell you what I wanted to do?
Yeah, it's my pre-recording our outro with the. Yeah.
All right, you and repeat where you can tune in. We can tune into your blog as well.
Okay, you can subscribe at coyalove.com. I actually send out a newsletter with my blogs and stuff attached. I'm on Instagram at coyalove_. I'm on Twitter as Coya Love, and I'm on Facebook as Coya Love It. But unfortunately, I'm in Facebook jail right now, so I can't post, but I can still accept friend requests. Mark just be locking me up.
You've been thugging on Facebook.
He be locking me up for being me. Like, I can't say what I want to say.
Oh, Lord. Are you in with the shits?
Let me tell you what happened. So I was in Beyond Submissive. This is exactly what happened. This dude had made this post, and he was like, big girls is like vending machines. I said, bitch, you look like a vending machine. You look plus size yourself. Like, how can you call us that when you a BBW yourself? Like, and then next thing I know, I got 30 days. Like, I can't even be myself on this app.
Facebook done got strict. I tried to call this one dude an old grumpy man, and Facebook was like, nope, not today. I'm like, oh, wow.
But they let all these other people have these hate groups and stuff, and that's no problem. Make it make sense.
Exactly.
It makes no sense at all. Like, I can't post on Facebook again until February 19th, so I have to make a backup page. Even on my backup page, I can only post on my story. So,
oh, Lord.
That was you, boo. Damn.
Oh,
yes.
Lord. Well, free my nigga Coya.
Right, free me. Cause
free my nigga until I see my nigga now.
Look, my cousin's been messaging me talking about what's going on. Like, listen, I'm locked up.
Oh, Lord.
They need me on their timeline because I make them laugh every day. And then that's another thing. I tell people, like, when you're on social media, be yourself. Don't post nothing on the app that you wouldn't say in real life, because people know you.
Right. That's what Lori, she be scared of what I'm gonna post every day. She be like, oh Lord, every time I get on Facebook, I be scared of what Keita done posted.
Every time I'm in these Facebook streets, you in the Facebook street.
Posted a goddamn status.
For 5 minutes.
But that's what keep people coming to your page though.
Right. And that's so the thing is, I'm like, if people wasn't watching, I wouldn't be posting.
No, they watch
myself, and that's the thing. Like, and I'm like, I've become very strategic with social media because I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of everything. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of the stuff because I know y'all knows y'all want to see what we doing, what I'm doing behind the scenes, and then I'm gonna throw a little ads in there, you know, a little hit this and that in there. But yeah, motherfuckers knows it. They be watching.
Oh yeah, they be watching, but they don't be liking.
They don't be liking. That's cool. As long as you come follow me to my stories and you see everything, that's all I need.
The views always higher than the likes.
Always. Where can we find you on social media, Lori?
You can find me at Lori N317. Follow our podcast at Anxiety is a Mother on Instagram, and email us for show ideas, topics, or if you want to be a part of Anxiety is a Mother at anxietyisAMF@gmail.com. And Keita, what's that?
Also, if you have any questions or also please leave us a review, rate us, like, subscribe on Apple Podcasts. That helps us out a lot. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I am Hurricane Keita. Also follow ZZ's Ice Cream Puffs. That's ZZ's_ice cream_puffs on Instagram and Facebook.
And I still have to get the ZZ's Ice Cream Puffs. I'm not a fan of sweets, but what you be posting made me want to try it.
Oh,
so I gotta stop by. Every time you post, I be busy. I'm like, I gotta catch her on the weekend or something. I be busy.
Yes, please stop by. I would love that.
Because I have a friend. She's actually a food reviewer in Dallas. I keep telling them we need to go here. I just be tagging along with her. So I'm gonna make sure we come for sure.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Coya, for this interview. I know it's about to hang up. So thank you so much. I think this is a great conversation.
You're welcome, and congratulations on whatever you have going tomorrow. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye. See y'all later.
Okay, wait.